Let's take the choke off.
Yeah, it's privilege. Alan!
That was doing something, though, wasn't it?
It was doing!
Before Henry Cole was a familiar face on television, before the sheds, engines, and the road trips, there was a version of him most people never saw. Not the presenter, but someone restless, drifting, and quietly close to losing everything. This video is not about the image you already know. It's about a hidden turning point that reshaped his life from the inside out. And once you hear it, Henry Cole's entire story looks very different. On screen, Henry Cole appears exactly as he is, obsessed with motorcycles, deeply respectful of craftsmanship, and instinctively suspicious of anything overproduced or insincere.
The Motor Martin restoration. Now then, I've been told with my hound to sit here and get out of the way. Both Alan and Sam have decided collectively to see if they...
Those who have worked with him repeatedly note that the camera captures a version of Henry that is remarkably close to the real thing. Sheds to him are sanctuaries, and the old machines are living histories, waiting for the right hands to bring them back to life. But the story is not a straight road from enthusiasm to success. In his early adult life, Cole struggled with heroin addiction, a chapter he has never sensationalized, but never denied. He has spoken candidly about losing friends to addiction, about how easily passion can slide into self-destruction when structure disappears. He avoids neat timelines, and that restraint matters. Rather than pinning his struggle to exact dates, it is more accurate and more honest. To say that he spent several years in his early 20s battling dependency before finding sobriety in the late 1980s.
Impressions. It's got a really cool engine as well. It's Johnson 4 horsepower, but they're very technically involved. So if it works, it's going to be great. But if it doesn't work, it's going to be a lot of work to fix. We'll put some...
What makes this period significant is what followed. Recovery did not turn Henry Cole into a safer man. It made him a more deliberate one. He emerged with a sharpened sense of risk, but also a clear understanding of what was worth risking for. That philosophy came to define his career. Before he was ever in front of the camera, Cole worked behind it, cutting his teeth in news, documentaries, and commercials. This grounding matters. It explains why his shows feel authored rather than commissioned, and why he resists formats that dilute his voice. When he later founded HCA Entertainment, it was a declaration. Creative control mattered more than scale, and ownership mattered more than rapid growth. His wife, Janie Cole, plays a central role in that enterprise, helping shape the company's direction while keeping its foundation stable. Together, they have built a business that allows Henry to remain fiercely private about what matters most, particularly his children, while being unapologetically public about his passions.
It cracks!
Well, we're going to feel for suction now.
It cracks! He's going to feel for suction!
Yeah, fully.
Cole's background adds an intriguing layer to the narrative. He attended Eton College, an environment he has never romanticized. By most accounts, he did not thrive there, and the experience reinforced rather than softened his resistance to institutional expectations. He also comes from a family connected to the wider lineage of William Ewart Gladstone, though the relationship is distant rather than direct. It's a historical footnote, instead of a defining inheritance, but it underscores the contrast between tradition and the life Cole ultimately chose.
Uses to connect. The trick is to soften it up with a hammer.
We're almost ready.
Then once each of the carbs has got a jig...
And then there are the motorcycles. High-value classic machines, restored with care and ridden with reverence. Cole is closely associated with Brooke's superior culture, though he is careful not to mythologize ownership claims or inflate provenance. What matters more than model years or auction prices is the relationship between man and machine. Restoration, for him, is an act of listening. What does this engine want to be again? What story is this metal still trying to tell? At one point, Cole attempted a feature-length film project, an ambitious creative experiment that failed to gain traction. It did not derail his career, nor did it define him. If anything, It reinforced a pattern. Try, risk, learn, move on. Failure in his world is only dangerous when it leads to compromise. Today, Henry Cole lives and works in the English countryside, often associated with the Cotswolds, surrounded by the landscapes and workshops that suit his temperament. Financially, he is best described as comfortably independent, self-funded, self-directed, and uninterested in speculation about numbers. His career has been built on inviting broadcasters into a world that already exists. So, what holds this story together? Perhaps it is the refusal to separate passion from consequence, or the understanding that independence comes at a cost, and that paying it willingly is better than resenting it later. And here's the question worth pausing on. How many of us would still recognize ourselves if we stripped away approval, security, and certainty? And if we did, would we have the courage to build a life around what remained? Let us know your opinions.